Hey guys, Daryl Willie Insurance. Got a quick article here for you. Always looking for ways to lower your auto insurance. And I cannot say this enough. Take the defensive driving course. It can't be easier. All right. Take those defensive driving courses. Got an article here by JJ McCorvey. Let's run through this real quick. Shouldn't take much long. Car insurance rates are nuts right now. Here's how to lower your bill when cash is tight. With cost up 22%, it may be time to take that defensive driving course and bank the discounts. Thank you, JJ. Car insurance costs are pretty brutal at the moment. They're up more than 22% since last year this time. There's plenty that you can do to lower your bill. That's why I'm here. All right, but some of the best advice out there still requires a certain amount of upfront cash. For example, paying your annual premium all in one go could eliminate the extra fees for some insurance charges customers are paying month by month. But that may not be an option if your budget is tight, okay? So we can't do that. Insurers may be playing catch up since the pandemic, said Stephen Crutzen, Senior Director of Insurance Intelligence at J.D. Power. They were late to raise, meaning insurance companies, they were late to raise rates when auto prices were ticking up. And now their hikes are setting in even as vehicle prices cool. Okay? Nearly 14% of consumers reported shopping for new insurance last month. Now, everyone shops rates. That is a norm nowadays, okay? Everyone wants to get requoted. People want to shop rates. Okay, they're saying nearly 14% of consumers reported shopping for new rates last month. Okay, that was a survey by J.D. Power. The highest monthly rate since it started tracking the figure since 2020. We should hopefully see these premium increases taper off as time goes by, Crutzen said. In the meantime, there are still some ways to lower your bills this year. Here's where to start. You guys know where we're going to start, right? Shop widely for discounts. That means shop. My advice, talk to brokers, not captive agents. Nothing wrong with captive agents. If you call State Farm, you will only get State Farm's pricing. If you talk to an independent insurance broker, that broker, he or she, may have relationships with over 100 companies that can provide you the same level of high service, high quality products at a price that you can afford, because there's more options and more people to work with instead of that one organization, okay? Shop widely for discounts. Auto insurance customers this year are gonna have to be more aggressive to find savings, said Lee Baker, an Atlanta-based financial planner and founder of Apex Financial. You might need to cast a wider net. This is why I say go with the independent brokers, okay? That means checking all the discounts on offer, starting with your current carrier. From military discounts, that's me, okay, to bundling opportunities. You guys heard about those home and auto bundles, right? Policyholders often leave money on the table simply by not picking up the phone. When J.D. Power surveys consumers, it finds many aren't fully aware that savings are out there, Crutzen said. Ask somebody at your insurer if you have an agent. Ask your agent, he said. If you don't have an agent, call in to the insurer. Visit the website, look at the app, and look at what discounts they offer. What he's saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You guys have to ask. Pick everyone's brain that you know. Talk to your neighbor. Call your insurance company. Say, hey, what can you do for me? What can we work out? Because in many states, this is mandated. Okay, we can't get away from the cost. We can't get away from having to have the service, right? So we want to have it at the best price that fits our budgets, okay? So this is what we're talking about. Experts also suggest considering the organizations in your orbit. Many professional and trade associations, alumni groups, and even fraternity and sorority associations often negotiate with insurers. But your employer may be the best place to start hunting for perks, okay? Your benefits package, at least for large employers, There's a lot of little nuggets in there that people gloss over, said Preston Cherry, founder of Concurrent Financial Planning in Green Bay, Wisconsin, right? Go Packers. While employers typically work with only a single insurer, don't do that, and any discounts probably won't be drastic, experts said they can help you by start chipping away at your monthly cost. Here's where we're talking about taking that defensive driving course. Can't get more easy breezy than this. Financial experts say this is one of the easiest strategies. Many insurance companies offer considerable, let's say that again, considerable, right? Savings when policyholders complete defensive driving courses, most of which are online. We can't get easier than that. You're not going out to DMV. You're not dealing with that drama and attitude. You're not standing in that long line with your coffee that runs out because the line is so long. You can do it online. So what does that mean? No excuses, people. No excuses, okay? You can take defensive driving courses in some places online, all right? From organizations such as the National Safety Council or Defensive Driving by Improv. That's IMPROV. I always recommend taking defensive driving every year, said Cherry. The discount is worth it, right? We all want to save some money where we can. Carriers in at least 34 states and Washington, D.C. typically offer discounts of up to 10%. That's a lot, people, 10% for course completions, according to iDrive Safely, a defensive driving course proctor. Many carriers also offer their own programs. Talk to your people, right? We have to communicate. Through those, some require agreeing to a measure of surveillance. Now, this measure of surveillance, add that little chip where you put in your car and they kind of track how fast you drive and how you drive and when you drive and the miles you drive. It's no big deal. I'm one of the people that don't care. They're going to spy on you, okay? You can't stop the government. If people want the information, they're going to get it. So just get your discount and get something out of it, right? So Progressive Snapshot, for example, offers policyholders a mobile app or a plug-in device for their vehicles that track, among other things, your braking patterns and the times of day you get behind the wheel, okay? Then use that information to determine your discount eligibility. Now, let me slide to a little topic real quick. Something came up that a lot of these cars out here now, these cars with all the gadgets and gadgets in it, okay, they're tracking data about you, and then that data is being sold to the insurance companies and different people, and people are seeing their rates go up. People, I know that's not cool, right? I know that's not right. But here's the thing. If you're supposed to do right, do right. It doesn't matter if someone's watching, not watching. A lot of people complaining about things that the data is saying because they're doing it on the sneak tip, right? They're doing it on the down low. But now that stuff is coming to light. People, we are moving into Star Trek world, all right? This is technology. Everything communicates. Your toaster is talking to your refrigerator, all right? Everything is communicating. So the things you used to sneak around and do, I went out to taking a road trip today. I had to stop and use the restroom. Went into a place to use the restroom. Guys locked in the restroom smoking weed. Unbelievable. I walk in like I walked into like this just cloud. But it's like we do this secret, sneaky, dumb stuff, hoping nobody is watching, then want to be treated with respect and treated like an adult. You got to act like an adult, right? So your car is telling on you. I'm telling you right now, your car is telling on you, is snitching on you, is ratting on you, or any of those 80s terms that you want to bring back. Your car is telling on you. But here's what it's telling, the truth. It's telling the truth about you. So if you acting right and you doing right, doesn't matter who's watching, doesn't matter who's taking notes, doesn't matter what electronics is looking, you're going to get taken care of. If you're doing wrong, you got to pay. So if you live by the code to do right, save some money. But if you want to be sneaky Eddie, it's not going to work out for you. Okay. Now, one caveat. Risky behavior can trigger a higher rate when it's time to renew your policy, said Jude Bordeaux, a certified financial planner and partner at the Planning Center in New Orleans. But if you're trying to drive pretty conservatively and around town, using those can be a way to save some additional cost, right? And that's what we're out for. We're out for saving money, right? We're out for making that budget work so we can live in peace, have some dignity, and just enjoy being alive, right? Not complaining. For those who work remotely or don't drive much, Bordeaux also suggests pay per mile plans. Now, this is new to me because I haven't been on one of those. These also rely on mileage and behavior tracking devices that may entail privacy trade-offs, but could be a boon to some. Nationwide Smart Miles program, for example, offers a low base rate plus one that depends on mileage. And for periodic longer road trips, it counts only the first 250 miles per day. Come on, they trying to work with you people. They're trying to work with you to keep some money in your pocket. You understand? They're trying to work for you. Check for family-friendly fine print. For consumers with kids who drive or are about to start, there's a lot to consider that can affect your bill. While it's generally cheaper to add a teen driver to an existing policy or bundle than it is to buy a new one, repeat infractions, meaning tickets and fender benders, can drive up your household's costs, so weigh the trade-offs carefully. Okay, sometimes bringing them inside the bundle package works, sometimes not. Again, behavior. Accidents are accidents, they happen. But guys, we got to be honest. Some of these things we can correct. We don't have to do the makeup while we driving. We don't have to check the text while we driving, okay? We can save money by doing right. Right? Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I have text and drive. Yes, I have. I have not done makeup, but I have made a phone call, text and drive while I'm driving. But still, I got to do right. Okay? So, he advises starting any young drivers in your family on an inexpensive or mostly paid off car, since it has become more expensive to repair vehicles lately. Consider how much cash you're willing to risk on your kids' behalf. It's really trying to save costs by placing them in a vehicle that's not much to insure and counterbalances their inexpensive risk level to insure. So we know if we get that new car, guess what? We got to get that bigger insurance package, right? I will always say, pay your insurance. Do not drop your insurance because the premium will always be cheaper than a court judgment. Remember, you heard this here on Daryl Willie Insurance. The insurance premium will be cheaper than if you get that court judgment because you didn't carry what you needed to carry, okay? Now, Baker said academic achievements can also help trim your insurance costs. Many carriers offer good student discounts, typically for high school or college students under age 25. Maintaining a B average or performing well on the SAT or ACT could net substantial savings. State Farm, for example, offers up to 30% for high marks. Guys, let's encourage our kids to enjoy school. Do good in school, and let's get this money. 30%? State Farm is offering up to 30% off. If you're doing what you're supposed to do in school, guys, they're giving you money away. But remember, it takes effort from us. We have to put some effort in, and they're going to take care of us. But no one is just going to give you something. Life is going to keep getting more expensive. Life is going to be tough for some. But there are ways that we can benefit. So we got to do what we got to do. There's no guarantee that a student with good grades won't get behind the wheel and do something crazy. Baker conceded, but insurers are betting, for better or worse, that if they're doing right in school, they're probably less risky. Guys, I got to tell you, people look at your credit report. They look at your criminal history. They look at your behavior. And I am telling you, signs of bad behavior makes you a risk to a lot of businesses, especially insurance companies. It is vital that you take the advice from your grandmama and do right. Act right. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. If it's not yours, don't touch it. Right? Go to work. Do what you're supposed to do. All right. I'm being funny, but I'm being serious at the same time. Okay. Now, trim the fat from your policy. Sometimes savings are staring up at you from your current insurance plan. Experts say check your policy for rudimencies and areas of overlap, said Sherry. For example, if you pay for AAA roadside assistance, okay, you may be able to shave similar coverage off your auto insurance policy. Some newer cars already have some form of roadside assistance, he added. A common tactic for lowering monthly premiums is to choose a policy with a higher deductible. I spoke on that before. That is, guys, give that a level of consideration, okay? A common tactic for lowering monthly premiums is to choose a policy with a higher deductible, okay? Marcus Miller, a Jacksonville, Florida-based financial planner at Mainstay Capital, urged caution here. Some clients, he said, go in and just start slashing line items from their policies and end up underinsured. And that is what I'm talking about, guys. I am telling you, it is critical that you maintain the appropriate amount of insurance and a little bit more. Okay? You must have a cushion, because that judgment and what you will have to go through if you don't have enough will expose you personally and possibly put your family, your house, and different things at risk. You don't want at risk. Okay? You don't need that. So let's solve this problem up front. That's why you want to get with an insurance agent, insurance broker who is looking at the numbers, looking at your life, and going through different scenarios to make sure you are covered. That's an insurance agent's job, right? To look at your situation, make sure you're covered. Instead, it's smart to first build up an emergency fund for a potentially high deductible. Always have an emergency fund. And then make the switch, he advised. Customers could reasonably increase their deductible as long as they have that cash set aside. Miller said that will reduce their premium. Guys, Daryl Willie, I love bringing this stuff to you because I want to see you win. America is a money game. You can win this money game. You just have to play the game, okay? We don't make the rules. We just have to follow them, okay? Sometimes the game doesn't feel right. It feels uncomfortable, but we can still win. This game in America is winnable as long as you manage and control your money. And remember, money affects your emotions. It affects your mindset, and you want to have peace of mind. You want to be able to sleep at night. You want to be in a good mood, right? So let's do the things we need to do. Make them pay us because they're saying they will if we act right and do right. And let's get these discounts and have some fun living life, right? Let's live life. We shouldn't have to be worried about money, and budget, and investing all the time. Sometimes you just want to live. We just want to go out, play some golf, go to Top Golf. You want to have a beer. You just want to hang out and chill. You don't want to be stressing money. Well, the way not to stress money is to take it serious up front, set the right foundation, and then move on and have fun with your life, doing the right things. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Be safe out there.